crazy just how quiet and still it is right here. I'm away from all the streams. No people around. It's just completely still and quiet. It's a really cool spot. So yesterday, it rained a ton. I mean, an absolute ton. I'm not sure about this area, but where I was, it rained like crazy. Now you might be saying, who cares? It rains all the time, right? But somebody like me, that's absolutely perfect for one thing. You see, the rain is perfect for suiting up and going out and photographing some waterfalls. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna photograph some waterfalls. Today I drove down to a new spot, at least a new to me spot, out here in, I believe, Laurel County, Kentucky. So not within the gorge for once, but still within the Danube National Forest. And to be specific, we're gonna be hiking down the Shelter Trace Trail, hopefully to find Van Hook Falls. There should be a bunch of smaller waterfalls on the way, which would be cool. That is the goal for today. We just got to cross the road here. Shelter Trace is right in front of me in the King Creek Wildlife Management Area. And we're going to walk a few miles and hit up Van Hook Falls. So there's a few reasons I'm out here doing this today. Number one, the obvious reason. I like hiking, I like photography, I want to get out and photograph some waterfalls. That's the simple answer. But there's another answer, and that is I'm starting working on a new, very, very large project. I just registered domain names and everything for it yesterday as I trip over a tree root. I'm not ready to say what it is yet, so this is sort of just a little bit of hype, a little bit of tease, but yeah, this is actually part of a very, very large project I've started working on. I made a fair bit of progress on it yesterday, but now starts the really hard part. But I'm hoping to be able to announce what it is I've started, hopefully by the first of the year. That is my hope. I can't guarantee you that I will be ready to announce yet, but that's my hope, that's my goal. And it certainly won't be done by then. This is going to be a huge ongoing project that will take, in reality, many, many, many years to get to where I want it to be. There's that little bit of hype for you. That may or may not be exciting because you have no idea what I'm talking about, but I can promise you, I think it's going to be pretty darn cool. So, yeah, that little speech is over now. Continuing hiking. And that's why I'm wearing these big rubber boots, even though they are less than ideal hiking shoes. They are great for mud and when you're going to be working in cold streams like I intend to be today. They're not terrible for hiking, but the grip's not great, and they don't fit your foot like a really expensive pair of hiking shoes, of course. Then again, I bought them for about 15 bucks at Walmart, so get what you pay for, I guess. So along this trail out to Van Hook, there are lots and lots of little waterfalls like that that are, as far as I know, unnamed. I've seen some people refer to them by various names, like when we get to Ponder's Branch. I'm not sure if that's Ponder's Branch or not. I'd have to look on a map, but like they'll label them Ponder's Branch Falls 1, 1A, 2, that sort of thing. But as far as I know, they don't necessarily have official names. But yeah, so there should be lots of those dotted along the way out here to Van Hook. But the real goal is Van Hook, of course. Alright, so I came across another unnamed cascade here. This one's actually pretty impressive. It's got a pretty deep pool here in front of it, and it has a pretty decent flow and drop here. So I think I'm going to drop the pack here for a moment and try to get a shot of this, because I think this can make for a good shot. So let's do it. Alright, so without my ND filter, I'm getting an exposure time of approximately 1/5 of a second, which means, what, about a 3.5, 4 minute exposure. We'll play around with it a little bit to see where I get it to where it's just right. We'll see what happens. Yeah, either way, it is a really cool spot. Of course, the battery in my camera trigger is dying, so it will trigger the camera, but I can barely see the display. Hopefully I have a spare battery in my pack. Pretty sure I do. Thankfully I always carry a kit of batteries with me. It contains GoPro batteries, batteries for the DSLR, as well as a few lithium AA's, as well as some AAA batteries. I can't remember which ones my camera trigger takes. It's either a single AA, maybe it's AAA, I don't know. Either way I should be covered. I also carry a big bright flashlight with me for emergencies. I carry one spare rechargeable battery for it, just in case anyone was curious. I've got probably 4 or 5 spare GoPro batteries, and I got 2 additional batteries for the DSLR. I pretty much always just grab this and go. I try to keep stock of batteries. And while we're on the subject, in addition to that, I carry charging cables for everything, as well as 1, sometimes 2 external battery banks I can use to charge things like the phone, which I'm using to record this sequence now. As well as you've seen it on my Ravens Rock video, I'll set up a time-lapse rig sometimes with the GoPro, powered off a battery bank. So yeah, I try to stay very consistent with power. It's something I'm very paranoid about, is running out of power for my gear. Because the primary reason I do all this is for the photography and for the video and that sort of thing. As well as the experiences, but it would greatly diminish my personal experience if I can't do my photography and such. All that to say, I try to always carry spare batteries. Luckily the batteries made it all the way through that exposure. I just changed them, so it shouldn't be an issue the rest of this trip. It's 2 AAA batteries as it turns out. But anyway, I think that shot is going to be absolutely amazing. It looks really good on the back of the camera. I currently have it doing one more, which is a slightly longer exposure. So I have a little more options with the shadows up under that sort of rock shelter the falls are coming off of. Just so I have some options. I always like to take some slightly different exposures just to make sure I'm in the clear. You know, it doesn't hurt. It takes a few extra minutes. In situations like this, it can be a little more of a pain where the exposure times are long, but it's worth it to make sure you get the shot. So I'm going to do that exposure that I'm currently doing. Maybe one other one. We're going to see what this one looks like when it's done. And then I'm thinking, I think it's slightly off camera, but I think there might be a composition if I'm willing to go stand in the water, which luckily I'm wearing my obnoxious rubber boots, which, by the way, are actually killing my baby toe on my right foot. I think I'm going to have to doctor that here in a minute, but it'll be worth it. I'm thinking I can stand in there and get another composition, so that'll be another couple of shots. So it's going to be several more minutes in this particular spot. Alright, so I think that shot turned out quite nice. I framed it with that little tree there sort of in the foreground, with the falls in the background. I think it turned out really nice. I'll pop it up on the screen so you can see it. I got one more composition going here as we speak, just sort of from that angle. Just to see if I like it more. I figured I might as well grab it while I'm here. Fortunately, it's time to say goodbye to this marvelous little waterfall. I really enjoyed this spot though. I'll definitely be coming back. I think the shots turned out really nice. Even if the rest of this trip yields nothing, it was worth it for this one spot. But we're going to continue on to Van Hook, which should at the very least be more impressive height-wise. I don't know about flow-wise, we'll have to see. I think we're about 1.5 miles, which leaves us about a mile from it. But yeah, time to continue on towards Van Hook Falls. There's a really impressive cascade right here in front of me. Unfortunately, I see no good way down without ropes and really good shoes, but you can see it starts here and it falls all the way down to there. That'd be really cool standing down there in that stream photographing it. I don't see any good way down from it here. I'm sure I could figure out a way, like I said, if I had some rope to assist me, some really good grippy shoes other than these rubber boots. I could also probably even work my way back up the stream from further down. Probably not going to worry about that today. Actually, I can almost guarantee I'm not going to worry about that today, unless I get down here and there's like a really obvious route that sort of appears for me. Otherwise, that one will have to go on the list as being one for the future. Yeah, that's a really cool waterfall, and I really wish I was at the bottom of it. I don't know if it will be possible to get to the bottom of it later. That's a really steep drop there. The camera does not do it justice, but it is a severe drop off right there. That is quite the impressive rock shelter, I gotta say. This whole cliff line right here that's looming above me is just really cool. I absolutely love this part of Kentucky. The gorge and south from the gorge down in this area. Very nice terrain throughout there. Yeah, I absolutely love it down in this area. So we can see a sign telling us the Shelter Trace goes that way. But that's a very obvious, well-worn path. Curiosity is better of me. I'm gonna walk up it just a little ways and see what it is. I hear a lot of rushing water. That might be Van Hook Falls I'm hearing. I'm very, very close to it. I can see on the GPS the spot that's in, and I'm getting very close. But yeah, I wanna see what's up this way. You know, for science. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I came up here a little ways, not very far. It took me up pretty high here. But it's going back the same general direction I came. It's weird. It's a really well-worn path, too. What I'm wondering is this an unofficial trail? Or did this used to be the Shelter Trace and they just rerouted it for some reason? Because it is following the portion of the Shelter Trace I was just on almost perfectly. So I'm wondering if maybe this is an old rerouted section of the Shelter Trace. I don't know. It's weird. It's very, very well worn. People obviously come up here pretty often for how well worn it is. Right there's a glow stick in a tree. And there's a few nice little campsites along here. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's really well worn though, so it's well trafficked. So I don't know what it's for. If anyone knows, let me know. That's kind of a cool spot. I'm on this bridge here, obviously. Out there is the small stream where all those little waterfalls we were on, including the one we were photographing. And it kind of, let me get to a spot where I can show you here. It rushes down to this much larger stream. It's really cool. This spot's awesome. Van Hook Falls. I didn't record any commentary at the falls themselves because the way everything was shaped and the way the water was echoing and the way voices echoed, the acoustics were absolutely awful. So I went ahead and just didn't do any commentary there. That's why I'm doing it back here at Cane Creek. Yeah, I took some shots. I think I got some pretty decent ones. Although, to be honest, I think I'm going to end up preferring the shots I took earlier in the day at that smaller waterfall. But Van Hook is very, very cool. It's just, it's one of those waterfalls that's really difficult for me to photograph with the lens setup I've got, unfortunately. But I still think I got some decent shots. But yeah, now it's time to hike back. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I'm toying with the idea of going to Dog Slaughter Falls, but I did that one once before in my, I think I call it like a waterfall blitz hike or something like that. I'll put a link to the video. But you've already seen me go there, so I'm not gonna go do it on video. And I'm not positive that I'm gonna go hit it up or not. I have to decide. With that, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you wanna check out the shots I got as well as any other shots I get, follow me on Instagram. I'm at serialphotog on there, or facebook.com/serialphotog, or serialphotog.com. I'm around, so yeah, if you want to kind of keep up with what I'm doing and the shots I get, follow me on there. And that's good too, because I don't always do videos of my trips. In fact, I do far more trips than I do videos. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next adventure.